Hey YouTube. Well, as you probably saw in my last video, I had a little oopsie with my whiff sensor. So today we're going to take care of that, and I'll catch you up. I already started, so I'll catch you up on what I got done so far. Alright, so what I got done so far here is I pulled out my intake right there, and that's pretty simple, just a couple hose clamps, whatnot, and this isn't really part of it, but I'm pulling off my charged air pipe, clean it up because it's pretty nasty. And when I did my EGR delete, there's wires in this loom here that I left unwrapped, and it kind of looked real crappy, so I went ahead and just electrical taped that all up. So clean that up and put that back in. But what we're looking at here is, get that out of the way. We got these two lines right here. This one right here is coming from the tank, and it goes into your fuel filter housing, and then that comes right back there, and this one feeds your CP3 pump. So I'm just gonna route those two together so we don't have any more issues with that sensor blowing out of the bottom of that filter. I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering why I'm doing that. Well, number one is my whiff sensor keeps blowing out of the bottom of my stock fuel filter. Second off, my FASS pump has both a 2 micron water separator and a 2 micron fuel filter on it, and I think the stock fuel filter is like it's like a 5 or 6 micron filter rating, so it's already filtered finer than the stock filter is going to filter it anyways. Wow, that was a lot of filters right there. But yeah, so it's kind of pointless for me to have, and I have a feeling it's being kind of restrictive anyways, so we're just going to get rid of it. Alright, so I just got these stupid stock clamps pulled back. I'm going to be replacing those with actual hose clamps. Much easier to use than these freaking stock things. For next here, get that out of the way. There's two 12mm bolts. There's one there, that holds the fuel filter housing on. Take those to remove it, but before you do that, there's one wire connection. Well, two. I already have my whiff sensor unplugged. I hadn't plugged that back in the other day when it blew out, but this connector right here is for the fuel heater, which is in the filter head. And I don't know, I'm up in a northern state here, so the winters get pretty cold, and on the FASS system, there's actually an optional fuel heater in it, which is that red plug right there. So I'm gonna be ordering that to get that put in. Alright, so I got those pretty much all the way out. Fuel line's disconnected, whiff sensor disconnected, heater disconnected. So I'll just kind of set that there for you. Pull that. Kind of try and set that there. Over here, and pull it out. Try and keep the lines above where it's at, because if you don't, you'll lose a bunch of fuel. Try and make this as clean as possible here. Alright, so I don't know if you could see good in the video the other day, but here's pretty much what happened. This plastic sensor in the bottom of the filter, it actually just like blown itself out, pulled the threads and everything. So I got some RTV silicone holding it in there right now, but we won't be needing this anymore. Alright, we're back up top here. So, you see it's out of there. Actually gives you plenty of room. So, gonna tidy up some wires here. Bunch of stuff that you don't use when you do an EGR delete. I think there's another one back there. Got these couple from the whiff sensor and the fuel heater. Just kind of tidy those up, wire tie them off, electrical tape them together, put some dielectric grease in the ends of them so they don't corrode, just in case you want to return it back to stock, whatnot. So what I had originally planned to do was I was just going to take about a foot, 14-16 inches of some black 1/2 inch fuel line here, and I was just going to connect them together like so. Kind of put that on there, that on there, just leave that loop right there. But I don't know if you can see, it's kind of a tight bend right here, and I don't want that to accidentally crimp shut. Kind of be pointless. So this whole reason I'm doing this is to get rid of some restriction. So I think I'm gonna run up to O'Reilly's here, and I think I'm gonna get some aluminum 1/2 inch solid line, and I'm gonna make a nice little bend there, probably 2.5-3 inch bend in there, radius bend, and then just use this to connect the two so that there's a nice good flowing line there. So looks like we're taking a trip to O'Reilly's. So change of plans a little bit, not really, but a little bit. We're gonna head to AutoZone first because I got $20 in rewards that I gotta go spend. So I'm gonna pick up some electrical tape and some zip ties and see what other goodies we can find. Then we're going to O'Reilly's. AutoZone is a success. It's all free. Well, the O'Reilly's I'm heading to is back where I used to live in Oregon. So we're gonna head over there. Probably about a 20-minute drive, depending on how traffic is, which is probably shitty. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Alright, so my camera decided it wanted to be dumb. So I'm gonna talk to you guys through my phone real quick and edit it in. So I went and bought a blowtorch at Home Depot, and what else did I buy? Yeah, I went and got some hardware for my intake heater. It was just kind of rattling around in there, so got that. And we're gonna try and bend that aluminum piece right now. And it took me about a half hour, and I finally got it bent how I wanted it. Put some little flares on the end of it so it would hold the rubber hose on there so it wouldn't pop off real easy. And there we go, we got it put on there. Looks alright. Probably going to end up going to a local Parker fitting store and get them to make me something up professional so it looks real good. Not real cheap like that. And I went ahead and cleaned my air filter. And yeah, did that. It hadn't been cleaned in quite a while. It's pretty dirty. Had like bird feathers and stuff in it. And now we started it. Started up, cranked for a little bit. The first try. This wasn't the first try. And it actually had a check engine light, and I got the codes read. And it was, I had started it without my cold air intake and my charged air pipe on. And it threw a mass airflow sensor code and a intake heater code. So those went away pretty good. And now we're just going to get on a little bit. Wish you guys could hear it. I actually might edit in some sound that I have of my truck already. So it'll be kind of lame, but hey. So if you guys like the video, subscribe, like it, and comment if you got any questions. See ya.